What is going on, my beans? Oh, fuck. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, alright, you don't have to do me like that. We are back with the Two Boys
Is
Drink
drink
Bleach.
bleach. Yep.
Yep,
Don't drink
don't
bleach.
drink bleach every time.
Every time.
We're not
Don't
trying to
actually
get
drink
sued.
bleach. Nope.
Nope. You might as well. This video is gonna be tagged as not for kids, so you might as well.
It's not on. It's not on YouTube Kids, so don't
don't
think
bleach.
about
Not trying to start another Tide Pod incident.
it.
Yeah, that brings back memories. Anyways,
That was a while ago.
anyways, today we're covering the Lost Agent arc, which is what it's called in the manga, but everybody from the anime calls it the Fullbring arc apparently, and I've got used to calling it that now.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean that's what it is. It's the arc with the full brings.
I think that the Fullbring's a pretty good name. I don't know why. It's just two words slapped together.
Yeah.
But Fullbring.
I feel it.
I don't know, Fullbring. He's got some energy behind it.
Yeah, it's got some meat.
This arc is like short as fuck, low key. I don't even. It's like it is
It's
longer
short?
than the substitute arc, but
Mm-hmm.
is it? No, I think it's about the same length as the substitute arc actually.
I don't know. It was something like what
70 chapters.
70 chapters. That was. Man, that does not feel like 70 chapters.
Right, I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Oh well, you know what? Before we start this, actually, I wanted to. I remembered what I forgot that I was gonna say at the end of the last part.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up the fact that we don't like a Rankar 7 or whatever the fuck his name was, the smart one,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because he's like just pulls shit out of his ass, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking like Aizen kind of does the same thing during his fight,
Mm-hmm.
but the difference between him and Aizen is we didn't know who the fuck this Rankar was, and Aizen's been planning this for like 200 years.
Yeah. Aizen does have some justification for it.
Yeah. The fucking Rankar was met Ryu for the first time. It was like, I knew you would get stronger during the fight.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. But let's go into this arc. Do you like the beginning of this arc? I probably enjoyed the beginning of this arc the most.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this is the beginning was my favorite part, and then the ending was my like second favorite part, I think. And then the middle was just kind of meh.
Yeah,
It,
I
it,
can
it was
kind of see that.
entertaining meh, but it was just not a
Yeah.
lot going on.
I like we're back to the slice of life setting. We haven't been in this setting in so fucking long.
Yeah, I
Dude.
know, it was kind of refreshing.
It was kind of nice, and I liked. Oh my god, this what was the time skip, like 16 months? I'm just gonna say 2 years because whatever. He's 17 now. I mean, it's just
Yeah, it's like 2 years.
he finally looks as old as. He finally is as old as he looked from the fucking beginning. So.
So now he looks older.
Yeah, except now he looks older. Don't even get me started, dude. Chad has facial hair now, and it makes him look like a 25-year-old man. Like he already looked like an adult before, but like.
Yeah, this man looks absolutely like way too old to be in high school.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I mean, I like most of the post time skip designs.
Yeah, I liked all of them. You know, Karen and them have started high school, right? And Karen and his sister, and his other sister, I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
I think this is definitely where you can tell, like, the art's pretty different, you know? Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of longer, in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, his face is longer.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
It's different. It's definitely, like, I mean, compared to fucking Substitute arc, it's completely different. But I mean, even from the last arc to this, it's kind of different.
Yeah, no, there's definitely like a visual change. It's not big, but it's noticeable. So I don't know what it was, but but there definitely is like a difference. Couldn't pinpoint it.
Yeah, somebody could. I don't know. I'm not an artist. Somebody could probably describe it better than I can. Um, but it's. I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
I think. I mean, it's all preference, but I think. I think I like it more than the old one. I still kind
Hmm.
of. I still kind of like. I like substitute art. I like how goofy it looks. But I don't think the rest of Bleach would fit with the goofy art style that it had at the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
like the way he drew lips, like the way he drew Ichigo's lips at the beginning of the story, bro.
uh, I don't remember.
They were like,
I,
I don't know. I can send you an image later, but it's alright. But
yeah, no, I have a few screenshots from early Bleach, and it's like it definitely has changed a whole bunch. I definitely don't think it would be definitely don't think it would fit as well.
he used to draw
Uh,
lips, I guess. Like he used to draw like actual lips on people. Like not like in the anime way where it's just like, but like actually like detailed like lippage. I don't know how to describe that. um, but regardless, so we start
regardless.
off. Ichigo's lost his powers. It's 2 years later. Um,
Hmm.
he's 17 now, and he's just living, the normal life, I guess, that he's always wanted to live. Um,
Yeah, but now he's sad.
and now he's sad. Because now he can't protect the people he cares about. Okay,
Or something.
or something like that. Okay, and then plot-wise, not much happens in this part. He gets jumped by a gang at some point, but they all get beat up by Uryu and him.
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing. The chapter titles for this arc
Oh,
are
dude!
really good, and
I, dude, I remember thinking the same thing. Oh my god, I was like, they're like integrated into the paneling of the pages.
yeah, I found it so cool because I bring that up at this part because there's a panel when they're getting like jumped by the gang, or
Yeah.
you and Ichigo are there, and they the boss is like boss is trying to take him out, and then they both just punch him in the face, and the chapter numbers are on the teeth that are flying out
Yeah,
of the guy's
dude.
mouth, and it's like it's good, it's
Yeah,
stylish,
I
I
like it a
like it.
lot. I think the sacrifice for that is he doesn't do as much like full title page art.
Mm. Oh
Um,
yeah.
but I don't mind. I think it's cool, and when he does do the title page arc, they are so sick still. So
Yeah, that hasn't changed. They're still top notch.
yeah, but yeah, no, it's pretty dope, dude. Um, but yeah, not much. Or he may know you're worried about him because I guess they start feeling spiritual energy around him. Um,
Oh yeah.
even though he shouldn't have any technically. We get to meet his
Mhm.
boss, which is a baddie, bro. Come on, Bleach. You gotta stop giving us these baddies, bro. I can't handle it.
God damn, bro.
God, I'm just a teenage boy, please. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm
uh,
19 now. That's crazy. Uh,
yeah, I know. You better not be a teenager.
oh God. um, his teacher's nice. She doesn't really have any relevance in this plot whatsoever.
No, I
The
thought she
teacher
was
is
gonna
lost.
be more important. I thought she was
Um,
gonna be like have spiritual energy or
or
something
something
like
like
that.
that. She has a son though, which is interesting. Her son doesn't seem to like Ichigo for some reason.
No.
But while Ichigo gets kidnapped by his boss because he's been flaking on her. Uh,
Yeah. And so she shows up first of all, levels the gang that
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
that was targeting him, and then she
She
kidnaps
she
him, and it's
took she
like
chucks him in a truck, and then Ryu's like, "What the fuck just happened?" um, and then while they're at work, they do like odd jobs. They're like an odd job company that you would call them, from what I presume.
yeah, I feel like these actually exist, but I've never heard about them before.
I've only heard about them in anime, but you know, in anime or video like Yakuza in the Yakuza series, you can call them
Ah,
odd job shows.
yeah,
But I don't know if they exist over here in the States.
I don't know.
They probably. I mean, it's like I know moving services exist over here in the States. I know about moving services, but kind of
Yeah,
different.
but
They
like,
mostly specialize in moving.
could you go to a moving service and like, hey,
Clean my
could you
bathroom.
yeah, it's
I
like
guess you
I
could
don't know
call
if
it
you
cleaning
could.
service. You just like. There's no service like that just does
That's
everything.
like yeah,
You
that's
have to
everything.
get something specialized over here.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, this guy, Ginjo. I guess we don't know his
Ninja.
name when he walks in. Does
Yeah,
he introduce
I
himself?
don't.
I don't
I
remember.
yeah, I don't remember.
I don't
I know
remember.
he shows up earlier. Um,
Oh yeah, well,
Ichigo runs into him and he pulls out his deputy badge and then he's like, "So that's you, Ichigo?" And it's like,
oh
"Oh,
yeah,
so this man,
mysterious. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, this man knows something."
And then yeah, he follows Ichigo to his job, and he's like, "I need information on this man." And then Ichigo's like, "All right, cut the crap. That's my dad." And you, and he's like, "Oh, this is your dad? That's crazy." um, and he's like, "But how much do you really know about your family?" And um, he's like, "Your little sister is going to Urahara's shop." Um,
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't know yet. We don't know yet. Well,
I, I,
we don't
she
know.
bought some stuff, didn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah. She wants to protect Ichigo, the way he's
Right.
protected her because he's lost his spiritual energy and she still has hers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and fuck, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I just fucking died there for a second. Um,
Uh,
my brain died. I mean,
uh,
but Karen is yeah. So she wants to protect. So she buys stuff, and Urahara is like, "Oh, don't worry, I got you." But like I mean, Urahara's been shady the whole fucking story, and I like he's. I still think he's trustworthy for the most part, but like
mhm.
it's still a little weird. Um,
Yeah,
but
no, people are always trying to be like, "Oh, this man is sus," but then he's never done anything
yeah,
like to
he
make us think that
he
he's bad at
yeah
all.
he's created the Hogokyu, but he's repented for it already. You know, um,
Yeah,
he
like
seems
yeah, I don't know.
he trusts Mayuri for some reason, which that's kind of sus. I wouldn't trust that guy.
I mean, after this whole society, I was like, I trusted this man with my whole heart, bro.
Oh
Like
my god.
when he showed up
And the
in the
Iran
Iran
car.
car
Oh my
arc,
god,
bro.
dude! Don't even get me started on that. We already gushed over that moment. Last part.
I'm like, yeah, I trust this man with my whole body, so I feel him on
Mm.
that.
Um, but then so Ichigo's like nervous, and he's like, "All right, fine, Ginjo, tell me what's going on." At the same time, Uryu gets jumped by somebody. At the same time, Uryu gets jumped by somebody, and he ends up in the hospital.
Mm,
Right, and then
yeah.
Ichigo goes there, and Orihime's there, but Uryu doesn't tell him anything. But Uryu's dad tells Orihime that he was cut by some sort of spiritual attack that he's never seen before.
Yeah.
And they're just not. They don't. Nobody ever wants to talk Ichigo shit because they want to protect him because he doesn't have spiritual powers. Um, which no, but he's come on, guys. You never read the plot. He's the main character. Um,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah, I don't know. People are like, trying to I don't know, save his feelings or something like that.
I
That's a big
guess
thing that goes on this
he can
arc.
still
Or like,
fight. Like he can still fight is the thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, he just. I mean, I don't think he can fight like
Spiritual
Paulus and
beings. No,
stuff
I don't think so. But
because he can't see him. You know, he's got no spiritual pressure.
yeah, okay. But Chad did it.
Well, yeah, but Chad at least had Chad at least had some stuff going for him. You know.
He fucking God, you think you Chad bended an eye beam in the first God.
I don't know, man.
God,
Chad the Chad.
dude, that shit would be crazy. But anyway, so Ichigo calls Ginjo, finds out execution. He gave him his business card or whatever.
Ah, yeah.
He had to do some weird shit like hang up and then call back and then hang up and then wait for that shit to ring 3 times.
Mhm.
Just to get in contact with Ginjo, and they take him to
Yeah, we're
execution
this
hideout.
combination.
Yeah. And he meets Genjo, and Genjo's like, "Alright, we gotta get your powers back. So, I'm gonna teach you how to use Fullbring. And in the process of using Fullbring, you'll eventually get your Soul Reaper powers back."
Yeah.
And Fullbring is essentially every living object has a soul, we find out. Like, every single living object has a soul. And the idea is, the more like when you're using a hammer for the first time and you don't know how to use a hammer, but then the more you use it, the better you get at it. But that's just like the hammer letting you get better at using it is the way they explained it, I think.
Yeah, you connecting more with this hammer, with the soul of the hammer, or something
Yeah,
like that.
which is like kind of weird, but I feel you. Um,
Yeah.
and so Fullbringers use that to their advantage because they're flesh and blood, so they take more damage. Just it's harder for them to heal from damage.
Hmm.
Um, but they can use it to like fucking Shimpo. Now, there's like 3 different versions of Shimpo now.
Yeah, I know.
There's Shimpo, there's the Arankar version, and now there's fucking Fullbring version.
Full bring version, yeah.
Which lets you, just fucking move at the speed of sound or whatever. Um, I think that's what
So,
Shimpo actually. I think Shimpo does actually translate to sound, speed of sound. I may be wrong about that.
I don't know.
But so they decide he meets Chad here, so Chad's been hanging out at this place,
Yeah.
and
And
Chad's
this
like,
is when we learn that Chad has a full bring. That's what his like arm is, you know. That's what his arms are. Is
yeah,
it's this is full bring. Um, which I guess it's like the spirit of the skin of his skin or something like
I
that.
don't know, but it
I
all.
think that's what he said.
I mean, it's also we also like. Is it still like part of Runkar or is it like? Cause what when that we had that whole thing in the last arc, when he went to
um,
Hueco Mundo, it got stronger there. Um,
I think that was just because there was more spiritual energy.
Perhaps. Uh,
Like yeah,
Regardless, we don't
I don't
even
know.
get to see him fight this arc, so it doesn't fucking matter to me.
No, I just I found like I'm glad like I was like happy that we finally got an explanation because like that was one of my main issues with the with the substitute arc was that we never got an explanation on Chad or Hime's powers. But I'm pretty actually I'm still not sure on Orihime's.
I think Orihime is just a form of like hyper advanced keto.
Huh.
Cause the Monopoly Man uses that shit.
Hmm,
Like uses a similar thing, right? But doesn't he just use keto spells?
something like that.
But Orihime uses fucking like fairies too. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Time reversal. Maybe we'll get an answer in the next arc. Who fucking knows?
yeah, who knows?
But Ichigo starts training his full bring inside of Riruka's dollhouse. Um,
Yeah.
Best girl, let's fucking go. Don't even at me right now. She's cute as fuck.
Yeah. Uh, one thing I liked about this arc,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it up now with the dollhouse, was that all the Fullbrings,
Yeah.
like
Or like completely
they're just
unique.
yeah, really fun, unique
Yeah.
abilities.
So like stand abilities. They're just stand abilities, Loki.
Pretty much.
You just
They're
develop
just
your own unique sort of ability.
yeah, they're just random ass abilities, just depending on what you're connected to.
Mm-hmm.
And like I found that as a very like refreshing thing for Bleach because Bleach for the most part has just been like straight powers. Like I mean you've got your Shikais and your Bonkais, right? And those can do whatever the fuck. But for the most part, they're just like straight power. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
there's not a lot of technicality to them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
For the most part, there's some that are different.
I mean, like Ginjo's is just a blade.
Yeah, but yeah, and then the full brings are whatever they want.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Like
just
Riruka's
whatever.
dollhouse, she just can invite people in. It's actually pretty, kind of
It's
busted.
like yeah, no, the dollhouse. It's I mean her full bring is I don't remember what she full brings to do it. Cute things,
Two things,
something like
something like
that.
that. Um, you got the rich kid who is attached to video games, so he can create his own video game world, which I thought was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was wild.
We got the guy with the eye patch. I can't remember the name of right now. Who
Kutsuzawa
just
or something like
who
that.
make his deals with time.
Yeah.
um, and then we got the other girl in the group who I just puts on mud essentially. Just covers herself in mud, which was interesting.
Yeah, dirty boots, which like the dirtier her, the more dirt her like her shoes get, the heavier, like more powerful her attacks are, or something like
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, Footprint's pretty cool. And Ichigo is attached to his Shinigami badge because he's had it since, well, the end of the Soul Society arc. Um,
Yeah.
and so he pulls out his Fullbring, and at first it's just it's just the Manji symbol, but like
Yeah, because it's
use
like the guard
of his blade.
Songatsu. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just mostly uses it for defense, but he can throw it around and shit. And it doesn't take long for him to fucking just start evolving like rapidly using Fullbring.
Of course.
He
It's
fights
good.
the Mud Girl, the Dirty Boots Girl, and it goes from just to fucking like the guard to okay, now he can throw that shit around like a frisbee to okay,
Yeah.
my Fullbring's advanced enough that I can put armor on now and turn my hand into a blade. Like,
Yeah.
um, as they're training, that's like a few days in.
Mhm.
He goes, the fight. Okay, the fights in the series are always so good, but the
Mhm.
training fight between him and Dirty Boots Girl, where he made her think that he was weak, and then like fucking blindsided her with like another blade. I thought that shit was so cool.
I don't remember this fight at all. I'm gonna be real.
No, well, it doesn't matter. But Tsukishima shows up during
Mm-hmm.
this, and he just starts fighting, and nothing really happens out of this encounter. He just shows up and kind of blows up the hideout, and then he fights
Yeah.
Ichigo for a second, and then Genjo's like, "Fuck you." Um, um, and then he kind of goes away.
Yeah. No, nothing happens really after that.
Yeah, and then Genjo's like, "Okay, we gotta start training seriously now, so we're gonna go into the game world," and they start training in there. Um, sometime before that happened, though, before the training happened, Tsukishima showed up at Orihime's house and stabbed her.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then Orihime, like, when she was talking to Chad and Ichigo, she called him a friend. Um, and she was worried about that. So she went to Uryu's and was like, Uryu, like, is there anything different about you mentally? Um, and he's like, no, not really. And then she's like, okay, that's weird. And then Chad
Mhm.
asks Ginjo, does he have the power to like change memories or something? And then Ginjo's like, no, as far as I know, it's just a fucking blade. Or it's
Yeah.
called the Book of the. It's a book, but he can pull
So yeah,
blades
it's a
out of it.
bookmark.
Yeah,
It's a bookmark
it's a
that I
bookmark.
think his blade is. I
Yeah,
think that's what.
and he's like, if he's developed a new ability, then this is fucking like worrying, and
This is new to me.
this is new to me. And he's like, that's why he's he makes the kid create a game world for Ichigo so that they can fight in another dimension, and time is like halved here, sort of like the the in between, the in between
Mhm.
space between the Soul Society and the living world. Um,
Mhm.
or the hyperbolic time chamber if you want me to go old school on you. I was just trying to use examples from Bleach. Um,
Yeah.
and then so they start trading in here. Um, we get to see more Riruka moments. Orihime joins them at some point just to heal Ichigo.
Yeah.
And this is
She
pretty
comes in.
basic training. I thought it was pretty cool. Specifically, the game world was the coolest part of it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. The game world is cool stuff.
Um, but Genjo pretends to be a villain so that Ichigo get this. This is basic shonen shit.
Yeah.
Ichigo
Yeah.
pretends to be a villain.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go kill Orihime if you don't do this, and then he's like, oh no, and then he's like, nah, I was just playing. And I'm
I was
like,
just like, yeah, I need you to get stronger.
yeah.
Oh my god. And so now Ichigo's developed his full bring, and he's fully decked out, and it's like a cool skeleton armor almost.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty cool.
Um, shit, I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Yeah.
But he's training Ichigo, mostly a lot of stamina training. They're all doing this in flesh and blood. Like, there's no spirit forms yet so far. This is all just Ichigo in his body,
Yeah.
which I think is pretty interesting. It made me realize, yeah, I guess we've just been fighting in like a spirit version of his body.
Mhm.
That's something that I don't remember because like after the substitute arc, it's really not important. It's so much not important. In fact, where the fuck is Cone at this whole arc?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd think that we would get to see him because we're back in Karakura Town, but no, we
He's
don't.
just not there. And it's weird because, like, Ichigo doesn't need spirit energy to see him. He just possesses bodies, so.
Yeah, he's like his own. It's a spirit possessing a body. Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's
We get to see
weird.
all his side friends. There's a little mini arc with his how his fucking his friend haircut changed over the last 2 years.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, I like I sometimes I really like those after page images, the end of
Hmm.
chapter images,
Hmm.
but because it does remind me of One Piece in a way with
Yeah,
the
it's
title
kind of a
pages.
little,
But
little
sometimes there's
after
just so much.
everything.
The difference is he put text on them, and sometimes it's just a lot of fucking text just right at the end.
Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to get to the next part of the story, bro. I really don't give a fuck about what the fuck Conan's doing. Um, or we didn't even get Conan in those. Like,
Mm-mm.
so
No.
I don't know where the
No.
fuck Conan went. I wonder if he's gonna show up again. I hope he does, but at the same time, I can live without him. You know, I don't mind that much.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to know what he's up to, but at the same time, it's like, eh.
Yeah, he had potential.
Mhm.
But he hasn't done anything. And it would have been interesting to see him. Now that Fullbring's a thing, it would have been interesting to see him fight using Fullbring and his his super strong legs.
Right.
Um,
I don't know if Khan could have done full bring
I
jump.
don't know, but they
Honestly.
could have done something. He just needs a body, I guess, because right now he's just
Yeah.
sort of the mascot essentially. But regardless, after the training, they're all happy. Um, Chad trained too in like a Sahara game. Maybe it was a desert world. um,
Yeah. I don't remember.
Ichigo's riding high because he's strong again, and he's gonna get
Hmm.
his soul reaper powers back, and he just goes home. And
Yep.
who would be home but Tsukishima?
It's just chilling on the couch.
And his sisters are like, "Oh, our uncle's here,
Thought of a cousin.
our cousin's here, some shit, whatever." And they're like, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And he starts attacking him, rightfully so, because this man tried to kill him not even a few days ago. Um,
Hmm.
and his sisters are like, "What the fuck are you doing, Ichigo? Like, why would you do that to our cousin that we love so much?" And
Yeah.
Ichigo's like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" And I was like, "Oh my fucking god, dude! Like, this was
I'm
to
like,
me,
what?
this was like the best part of the story."
Mm-mm.
Because then he runs away and he goes to like the other places, the other house, and all his friends are like, all his friends show up and they're all like, "Oh, hey man, like Tsukishima, yeah, he's the guy,
Yeah,
he's
he's the
been
man.
a part of our lives forever, you know." And he runs away and
Hmm.
he even runs into his boss, and his boss like is like, "Oh, are you okay?" And like takes takes her home with him.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, hey, your
Your
cousin's
your
here to pick
your
you up."
cousin's here to pick you up, man. Oh, hey, what's up, Tsukishima? It's been a while since I've seen you. And then Ichigo runs away again, and then he runs to Genjo, and Genjo's like he got all the full brings. He got all the other full bringers.
Yeah.
Like I don't know like what he did, but Genjo's theory was he thinks that his ability is not just affecting memories, but he's like I guess essentially that he's literally just rewriting the past of these
In
people,
Yeah.
of whoever gets touched by a sword.
Yeah, it's like his bookmark. He's inserting himself into the past of like he's inserting himself into the past of these people's books, basically.
And I was
You
like,
know.
holy fuck! I was like, this ability is so dope. Like
It
this
is.
could be crazy, dude. This could be
Oh yeah.
absolutely insane. Like my stomach was churning. Like it's so unsettling. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like reading a horror manga, except like not that bad. But
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was like yeah, it was like legitimately like, man, what? How are they gonna how are they gonna do this?
like
How are they gonna beat this man? And then Chad and Orihime show up and start fighting.
they go
And
to his mansion.
oh
Yeah, and everybody's there like, oh Ichigo, we forgive you. You know, shit's down bad, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Fuck you guys, God."
Yeah, and what really stood out to me, I'm like, they're like, "Oh yeah, like what's wrong with you? Why are you trying to kill this man?
Yeah,
He's the reason that like the Soul Society saving Rukia,
stopping Aizen.
saving
He clapped
Orihime,
Aizen.
yeah, killing Aizen. It's all because of Tsukushima." And
Yeah,
it's like, bro.
whoa, what? And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then Chad and Orihime start fighting Ichigo because they're. Oh right, and then Chad's like, even Chad's fucking pendant that he wears. It's not his grandfather didn't give that shit to him. Tsukishima gave that shit to him.
Bro.
He changed like that, like that's fucked up.
Yeah, no, oh my god.
And I was like, oh
This
my,
man, this
I was
man's
like
power is
this,
busted.
I was like Bleach is golden, bro. I was like, this is crazy. Like this is like the turn of the fucking like this is one of the best arcs I've ever read, right? And then so he's fighting them, and and then Ginjo gets slashed by Tsukishima while they're fighting.
Yeah.
And then Uryu shows up, and Uryu's like, Ichigo, get behind me. And Ichigo's like, Uryu, are you like good or bad? And then Uryu's like, Ichigo, you gotta trust me, bro. And then right as that happens, Genjo slices Ichigo in the back.
Yeah, he's like, it's like the one who attacked me that night was the guy behind you. And then it's like there's this really
Oh,
cool
dude,
panel
that
of
panel is,
Ginjo behind him.
dude. If I edited these videos, I would put these panels in there. But I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to be doing that shit. Oh god,
That panel goes hard though.
that panel goes hard, dude. I might maybe one day I'll come back and re-edit these videos, but
That'd be hype.
remaster these videos in some way.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, man. And then this is the point where I was like, man, you were doing so good, and then you kind of fell off. That's crazy.
yeah. Yeah, Ginjo is kind of a meh villain.
Yeah.
And I
So
mean,
yeah. So.
this man couldn't do anything. But then he took Ichigo's Fullbring
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like
He
his
took Ichigo's full.
powers
So
and everything.
Ichigo unlocked his Soul Reaper powers again, just barely.
Yeah.
And that's so he was fighting Tsukishima on like an even playing field, and Tsukishima was even like, "Damn, you're pretty strong." And then when Ginjo gets slashed, and then he slashes Ichigo in the back, and then he steals his Fullbring and his Soul Reaper powers.
Mhm.
And then it turns out, and I mean, like, this is the best part of Ginjo in the whole arc. Besides, I like him as a good guy. He works way better as a good guy, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he doesn't. If he just like he he just doesn't have an intimidating character
Or
as
like
a villain.
anything interesting. Like Tsukishima is a threat. Literally,
Yes.
Tsukishima, you get slashed, like it's over. You cannot get hit once by Tsukishima.
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
Ginja's
Ginjo is
just big,
just
strong.
got a sword.
Yeah,
Like he's just
Unga,
he's just
Unga
strong.
Bunga swordsman. Like,
Yeah, and it's just like I thought they would maybe reveal that his Fullbring has some kind of cool power or something like that.
no,
But it's
it's just
literally
stronger. He just gets
literally
stronger.
just a sword.
Yeah,
It's like
and it's
okay,
like
that's
yeah,
kind of
and so yeah, the most interesting part is when he double crosses because Ginjo literally changed his past to become a good guy.
yeah.
In order to trick Ichigo into thinking he's a good guy. So the whole plan would have fallen apart if Ginjo never gotten slashed by Tsukishima.
Hmm.
Like Tsukishima just would have got embodied and Ginjo would have been a good guy for the rest of his life.
That would have been funny,
That would
honestly.
that would have been really fucking funny, honestly. But no, he gets slashed and he's like, "Oh yeah, I changed my past so you wouldn't know I was a good guy, and I hooked it all, like gambled it all on this plan so I can get my Soul Reaper
Yep.
powers back." And then yeah, so that's where this arc kind of just goes meh for me.
Yeah, yeah. And then
It had potential.
and then it picks up.
Yeah, it picks up the fight. Like again, he saves it using fight scenes.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ichigo's down
Uh,
bad. Everybody's against him except for Ryu.
Yep. And then even Ryu's getting bodied right now.
Even Ryu's getting bodied. Ryu doesn't even need to have his past changed because he's getting bodied regardless.
Yep.
But and then a rift opened up in the sky, and everybody comes through. Renji, Byakuya, Kenpachi, Kaku, Toshiro, and of course
He gets
Rukia.
stabbed in the back first, right?
What? Luffy?
He gets stabbed in the back first.
Who? Luffy?
You remember? What?
Who? Genjo?
Ichigo.
Ichigo.
No,
Oh, I
Ichigo
said
gets
Luffy,
stabbed in the
didn't I?
back.
My fucking
Luffy. I'm like Luffy.
Luffy. I meant to
But
say Ichigo. Luffy gets stabbed in the back. That's crazy.
what?
You read the next
No.
chapter? No.
Well, yeah, my man gets stabbed in the back, remember?
Yeah,
And then
you're
he's
right. You're
like,
right.
"What?" And then he turns around and it's Rukia holding the sword.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh, I forgot about this part. This part's actually sick as fuck.
Yeah, he can see me, and he's like, "Rukia, I can see you." And
And
then
then she's
and then
like,
he gets all
I
his
transfer
sword
my, and
replies
she's
back.
like, I transfer you have my powers. And I was like, no way. And then we find out that it wasn't that blade that she used, the Zopakto that she used,
Yeah,
wasn't just Rukia's powers. It was
yeah, 'cause he's
every
like,
single captain and lieutenant captain.
yeah. He's like, man, because not even half Ruki's power could even like get near to filling up Ichigo's.
Yeah, like full abilities.
Yeah, full powers. And so he's like, wait, that's not gonna be enough.
Yeah,
And then it's like, nah, it wasn't just me. And then that's when the rift opens up and
yeah.
everybody steps out.
Everybody steps out. We get a little flash of my boy, the leader, the Yamato, being like, "Oh yeah, I order all captains and sub captains to put energy into the Zanpakuto to refill
Yeah.
Ichigo to repay basically all the debts that they like of him saving them from Aizen and everything." Um, and it's just like, damn, bro, and everybody looks clean as fuck in their new designs. God
Oh yeah,
damn,
post time skip designs. Like I wasn't expecting them to change much because they're like immortal beings,
ageless. Yeah.
But nah, they got some like good ass new
Dude,
looks. That's
Renji is hot as fuck, bro. I'm just saying. Dude, if I was a teenage girl,
Bro, I gotta agree with you there,
there's like,
honestly.
there's a reason he's like one of the more popular characters among the female audience. Cause he looks good as fuck. Even Toshiro, like that man looks older and kind of smexier. Like damn.
Yeah.
Kenpachi somehow forgot he wore bells. I used to wear
Somehow.
bells.
They used to wear belts, bro.
Even Yachiru, even though we see her for like one panel on this whole arc, she's cute as fuck with her short hair now.
Yep.
She looks
Yep.
more professional as a sub captain. Even Ikaku, who's bald as fuck, he just built now.
Ikaku is just more buff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just built now.
Yeah. Byakuya got. Okay. Did he get a haircut or did he just take the things out of his hair?
He just moved them to the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think those are like traditional Kuchiki shirts or something. Because I think I remember his
Something
grandfather
like that.
wearing them in the flashback during the
Yeah.
the holification flashback.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but no, I did. I think yeah. So after that happens, then Genjo's like, oh fuck, and then all the other Fullbringers are like, Genjo, you promised to give her powers, except for Rurika, who apparently wasn't in on the plan
Apparently not.
to betray Ichigo, because she has a crush on Ichigo now. I didn't bring that up earlier, but she does.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But Genjo's like, yeah, of course, I promised you guys. So he spreads his powers that he got from Ichigo into them. And so now we got the Fullbringers versus the captains, which, if you know anything about Bleach, if you
know
just
the captains.
predict, the captains, the fact that it's the captains, it's over. Like, it's not, half of these aren't even fights. Like, it's not even fair.
And the fact that it's like these specific captains of Toshiro, Byakuya, and Kenpachi.
And Renji and Ikaku, who are probably the strongest like sub captains. I mean, Ikaku's the third seat, but he might have.
But
Yashiru
he might as
doesn't
well be
fight.
assistant captain.
Yachiru doesn't fight, so he might as well be an assistant captain. Like, it's what are they gonna do? And that's like but these are some of the best fights in the series because they're one sided, Loki.
Yeah, they're just absolute stomps.
Best stomps in anime. Like this, like some of these fights would be my top 10 of best stomps in anime. Which
honestly
is a little unfortunate because specifically the time guy was the most unfortunate fight for me.
Yeah, I mean he had the most unfortunate matchup.
Yeah, because he had the best ability in my opinion, the most like potential ability to be busted.
Yeah, to be scary against somebody. Um,
Unfortunately, he got put in a room with Kapachi.
yeah, and also, I mean, the guy who kind of was like, oh, the way to teach somebody who thinks they're all powerful is to beat them down with even more power, and it's like, I was like, but don't you have a time ability or something like that?
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's it.
then yeah, that was kind of weird.
I think.
Uh,
Yeah, no, go ahead before I say this
well,
next
no,
thing.
no, go
No,
ahead,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say I think, but it's weird that they did this in a single chapter. That he did this in a single chapter, but I think
Oh
it
yeah.
does add a lot of character to the Fullbringers. The fact that he gave us their backstory, even if it was all sort of bunched into one chapter.
Uh huh. Mm-hmm.
Specifically, Riruka's was interesting. The Dirt Girl was interesting because she was just like dirt poor her whole life.
Yeah.
Um, the rich kid, I don't even remember what his backstory was about. He was, didn't he kill his parents or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
uh, and then the time guy was like, I think was the most interesting to me because he just had a lucky watch,
Yeah, it was like his grandfather's watch or something like that.
and he could will it to do anything he wanted, and he did it, and he killed his wife with it.
Yeah.
And then he regretted it last second, and then it took like half his face for his eyeball, which is why he wears that eye patch over his eye.
Hmm.
And it also fucked up some other part of his body. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn, that's crazy. But then Kenpachi one shots him in the next chapter. So it's
Kenpachi just cuts him in half, like not even trying.
yeah, he doesn't even take off his eye patch. He doesn't even like move that much. He's just like, man, this is boring.
Yeah, no, because I like this fight because it's like he's like, so the video game guy sets them all up in different like 1v1 rooms,
Yeah.
um, for plot
Mm-hmm.
reasons, um, and then yeah, Kenpachi's like, Byakuya, trade with me. That guy looks strong. This guy looks really boring.
And then Byakuya's like, hey man, I didn't pick the rooms, bro. You're just gonna have to deal
I
with
didn't
it.
pick the room. And then he's like, yeah, and then he just cuts him in half one shot, and he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was really boring. What a bore.
Yeah, Ikaku had a weak fight too. I mean, the guy's ability had the potential to be strong, but it's all luck based. That's my ability. That's me. Dude, if I had that
I,
ability, I'd fold people like one shot. I'd triple sevens every time.
I honestly, I thought it was really weird ability. Because he just kept hitting seven, so like I felt like the luck part didn't
It
matter
didn't
at
matter
all.
that much. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to see like what if he hit like a snake eyes or something. Like did
Yeah,
something
yeah,
would
yeah.
something bad happen to him? But like nothing happened. Nothing like that
Nah.
went down. Ikaku just
The
sort of lectured him for the whole time.
Yeah, the most interesting part of this fight was he got one shot in on Ikaku.
It was like he rolled a
Where he
seven on his shoulder.
Yeah, he hit his arm and then just broke his like or dislocated his shoulder, like right off the bat. And then Ikaku's just
He doesn't even like grab his arm and put it back in. He just flexes his arm so hard that
he
it
just
pops it back into
flexes his
place.
shoulder muscles and then pops his arm back and pops his shoulder back into place, man. What a god.
Yeah, but Toshiro got the game guy, and I think finally Toshiro getting some fucking shine, dude. Like some good shine.
Yeah, this was a decent fight.
You know,
Um,
he basically just like he Toshiro using his big brain because he's always had the big brain
mhm,
um,
mhm.
to catch this guy and like make a deal with him to release everybody. Pretty interesting. Renji's was pretty good. He got to fight the muddy girl. She got she got super muddy and then tried to kick him, and she knocked
Yeah.
out the mountain behind him, and he just blocked it with one hand. He was not even trying.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, that's why Renji's best boy in the whole series. Like, damn.
Yeah, that was their like upgrade with the full bring thing,
Yeah,
or with Ichigo's thing. It was just super muddy.
super muddy. But Renji just bodied
I,
her. Wasn't even close.
I think what happened was she like just sprayed a bunch of blood all over
Oh yeah,
her.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Rukia got
Yeah, no.
Riruka, but
There's the panel where she like kicks at him, and then
hmm.
um, and then I think this is the highlight of the fight. Um, she kind of, I mean, it's an interesting transforms Rukia into like a teddy bear.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. I think. she use keto to beat her or something?
No, my favorite. I don't know. My favorite part about the fight is at the beginning when Rukia is like, "You can't trick me with all these cute things."
Oh yeah.
I saved that panel because
Yeah, she's
she.
like, you can't distract.
um, I think she does beat her with keto or something. I can't remember how the fight
Yeah, I
ends
don't really
honestly.
remember.
I know it doesn't. I know they don't. It doesn't really end in like a definitive winner because
Hmm.
Toshiro ended up clapping the game kid, so he took the rooms down. Um,
Yeah.
but before that happens, Renji claps the girl, but he's a chivalrous dude, so he doesn't want to kill her because that's unimportant. So she blows herself up in order to get rid of the room.
Yeah.
Um, and then the best fight, Byakuya versus Tsukishima, which is like, God, if
Yeah,
Tsukishima
this is
was the
definitely like
villain of the
one of the
arc,
best fights of the fight.
if Tsukishima was the villain of
Sorry.
the arc, this arc would have been fucking like best arc of Bleach in my opinion, dude.
Yeah.
This arc had so much fucking potential to be like the best arc in Bleach, to me. With Tsukishima as
Um,
the villain.
I still think the middle part of this arc was just a lot of training that I
Oh,
wasn't
sure,
really
sure.
all that interested in.
I don't know. I like the
Um,
characters, which is what kept me going through that.
mhm.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
Riruka's
characters are
best
good.
girl, so that's probably why I kept it. um,
But yeah, this Byakuya fight, man, this was, ooh, this fight was so good.
yeah, best fight of the arc,
Um,
probably.
oh yeah, easily. Maybe not easily, but definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it edges out the final fight by just a little bit. Um, but it's like just the his ability, like he cuts the ground and he's like, oh, I inserted myself into the past of the ground, so I set up traps here. It's like,
Yeah, and then he cuts Byakuya's blade, and he's like, "I've seen everything your blade can do, and all the training you've done over these past few years." And Byakuya's like, "Man, that's crazy."
yeah, no, I think he cuts Byakuya too, and he's like, I trained with you. Uh, he's like, so I know all your moves and everything.
Byakuya was like, "Yo, it's okay," because he did cut Byakuya, and Byakuya was like, "Oh yeah, I know you now, Tsukishima. Like you're a pretty cool guy." And Tsukishima was like, "Oh, so we gonna still fight?" And he's like, "Nah, Ichigo's fighting you, so I have to fight you."
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was man. And so yeah, so this man, like, he's like, well, if none of my abilities work, if my fighting style doesn't work because you know everything, time to just do some shit.
Yeah, just
and then
invent
he
some
just
shit right now.
and then he just punches this man through the chest
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
he's
like,
like,
why would Byakuya do that?
I've never seen you fight like that before, and he's like, so this what
I
Kenpachi
wonder.
feels like. Interesting.
Interesting. Uh, that's so good.
Dude, it's so good. It's something I forgot to bring up. I like Tsukishima's ability. It's interesting because it isn't like perfect. It doesn't completely rewrite a person's past
Yeah.
because before the Reaper like right as the Reaper showed up, um Ichigo not Ichigo Orihime and Chad saw them and were like, why are they fighting on Ichigo's side?
Mm,
And while Ichigo was dying, Orihime felt like a great sadness in her, but she didn't understand why. And so
right.
if you mess with like, so if somebody's like raw emotions shine through, even their made up, even their new memories, it like
Hmm.
fucking cracks their brain or something. Like it just overloads their sentence or something.
Something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, because Urahara had to knock them out in order for them
Yeah,
not
or
to
else they
just
were
go
gonna.
insane.
Hmm.
um, but yeah, man, I'm just saying Tsukishima could have been such a good villain.
Hmm.
Way better than Ginjao.
Yeah, no, if he kept going, um, with this whole thing, I think it would have been fun.
Mm.
And then I feel like if the, I don't know. I feel like if the Fullbring characters had gotten some more even matches, maybe it could have been a
Yeah,
little a little better.
yeah. I
But
feel like if we got more, like half of them died. Riruka survived. The Mud
yeah.
Girl survived somehow. I don't know
Hmm.
how she survived that explosion.
Yeah, I don't know. The game guy. survived
The game guy
too, I think.
survived, and then the game guy was like, "I'm gonna take over my company, my family company, in like 3 years, and I promise to give you all work when that happens."
Yeah.
A It was more like, you guys are gonna live good when that happens.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so I guess that's about everything.
I mean,
We should move on
on,
to the Ginjao fight.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then this fight takes place. I mean, he's like the game room. It's in the game room, another game room that
Okay.
Toshiro Toshiro points at it, and it's like, all right, take that one down. He's
And
like,
he's
I
like, I
can't
can't.
because Ginjo gave me the orders to do that. And
Yeah.
it's like it won't go down unless Ginjo goes down. Uh, and it's pretty much just Ichigo versus Ichigo, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
It's you know, I mean, Ginjo's powers are basically just Ichigo's borrowed powers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so that includes his like Bankai,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah. But
which is pretty cool.
yeah,
Pretty cool.
I think Ichigo's new Bankai looks pretty fucking sick.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, his sword has a different design,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
his base Shikai.
His new Zangetsu. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's more like,
It's got like a hook at the end. I don't know.
yeah,
The blade edge is bigger.
yeah. It's pretty
Um,
fucking cool. I like it a lot.
yeah, it does look really cool.
And his Bankai has like two spikes on it,
Yeah, his
three
Bankai
spikes
is
on it.
mostly straight, but then it's a little more like serrated.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's dope as
Which,
fuck. But this fight goes
yeah, it
as
looks
you would
pretty cool.
expect, honestly.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean it's got some cool panels.
Yeah, it's like Getsuga
Um,
Tensho versus Getsuga Tensho, because
yeah.
he's got his abilities now. Uryu was like, you gotta fight smart, but Uryu, then they die. It's just Uga Bunga sword fight, so it doesn't really fucking
Hmm.
matter. Um,
Yeah.
that's and then Ginjo goes down. um, and that's it.
Pretty much it. I think this is where it gets revealed that the first like deputy Soul Reaper badge
All
was
right,
given to Ginjo.
yeah, Toshiro explained that.
Mm.
And it's like Iryu has thoughts of, so the Soul Reaper badge can track where you are and sense your spiritual energy. Like it just sends that information back to the Soul
Mm-hmm.
Society. Um, so Ichigo at the end of this arc knows that, and he realizes that it's probably got some sus applications to it. And it
Yeah,
was
but he's like,
started.
no, I trust him.
Yeah, I trust him. And then the 13th company was like, "Oh, that was really mature of him. I didn't expect him to do that. I guess he's grown more than I realized." Because the society was worried because they used to they were like they were semi corrupt before.
Yeah,
um,
yeah. For the most, like this whole invasion of the Soul Society and the Rancor kind of changed the Soul Society for the better.
yeah, and even like, so like, yeah, Ichigo himself has changed the Soul Society a lot. And Rukia, I think Rukia was the one who monologued this to us.
Yeah, I think so.
um, and so that's what happened. Even Yamamoto is kind of revived now, and then
Hmm.
that wraps up the arc, and we go straight into the Thousand Year Blood War arc.
Yep,
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much like right after, isn't it?
yeah,
I guess Ririka takes off.
yeah.
She's like,
You'll probably never see me again. She does the that girl who's in love with the protagonist, but he doesn't love her back shit from runs
yeah.
away. Um, and yeah, that is basically it. That felt a little all over the place, but there's some stuff that we had a lot of shit to say about, and there's some stuff that isn't like worth talking about.
Yeah, like the final fight, it just wasn't. I mean, it was cool. It's good choreography and everything, but there's just not much to
Yeah,
say about it. Like,
and
there's not any like clashing of ideals or anything like that. It's just kind of, oh, I'm evil
yeah,
to be evil.
and then
I have
there's
a
like
bunch of powers.
the training in the middle, which there's some good character interactions, but nothing like worth bringing up. Honestly, talking
Ye-
about for too long.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty. I mean, it's a good arc. It's different. It was different, and I liked it.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean compared to the last two arcs, Arankar and then Soul Society, it was definitely different. It was kind of it felt like a
The
return
substitute
to
arc.
the substitute
Yeah.
art. Yeah,
And all right, did you like Ichigo during this arc? Because I feel like
I
sort of
did.
he sort of
Yeah,
changed him a little bit.
yeah, he definitely he felt more grown up. You know,
Yeah.
he wasn't such a bitch.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
He was willing. He was ready to fight. He's like he'd grown from his past experience. He's like, I want to fight now. He's not.
Yeah.
He wasn't running from it.
Yeah, and now he's still fighting to protect his friends, but now he's just like, I understand that I need strengths in order to do that. You
Yeah,
know, I'm not. You know, I don't
I'm
not
not
want
afraid to
strengths. Yeah,
fight. Yeah, I'm
I'm
not
not
afraid to
afraid.
kill people. You know,
Yeah, so I thought
'cause
it
he
was
does
pretty good.
kill Ginjo.
Yeah, evolution of character. I guess somebody probably has written about that before. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's probably
somebody's.
a whole bunch of Ichigo analysis from the Ichigo fan base that I might check out
hmm
once we're done with this series.
hmm
Because I want to give my raw impressions without being altered by anybody else.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, next time we start the 1,000 Year Blood War arc, and
hmm
we're excited. I'm excited.
Yeah. No, I read the first few panels of the next of pages of the next chapter, and holy shit, does it have a fucking banger of a start.
Yeah. Oh my
Um. So
god.
I mean I'm not gonna say anything, of course, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get back to reading it.
Yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait to get on that shit. We'll see. People call it the best arc. People say it has a bad ending. Best arc with a rushed ending. I don't know how it's gonna go.
Yep. We'll see. Probably do part one next week because.
Oh yeah, it's like 200 chapters long. It's a little bit shorter than the Arunca arc, but
Yeah.
still pretty fucking long. Um, so next week, but
Next week.
we're almost done with Bleach. That's crazy.
We are almost done with Bleach. Got 2 more weeks of Bleach left.
Let's go. But yeah, yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say. We'll be
Cool.
back next week. 1,000 Year Blood War.
1,000 Year Blood War arc. Let's fucking go. See you guys then.
See.